All right, kids, you guys can come on video, please. Okay. All right. Who want to go first with the homework? First of all, who all did the homework completely without any additional questions? Or for that matter, question fine. Who all did the homework? Can I just see a hand raise either in the Zoom or just raise your hands? No one? Madhav, you did that? You did? Okay. Nihal, you did?
Yeah, but I had errors. I had like one error, but that's pretty much it. I think me and I'll do the same. So
Okay. So is it working or is it
it's just like um when we put in our name and stuff, we get the lambda. Wait, sorry, I forgot the thing. It says network error could not reach lambda.
okay? All right. Who else? Who else was able to get to what state? Madhav. So Madhav, you did everything. Nihal, you are getting an error. What about others?
Everybody's on mute. Anya, I thought you messaged that you got an error, but you attempted, right?
Yeah, I was able to like get everything and verify my email and everything's like updated except the last part, like the Lambda network error.
Okay. All right. So two Lambda network error. Nihal and Anya. Who else?
Me too. I also had the network error.
Okay. Cool. We'll get to that in a second. Let's admit Gayatri. Aryan, Shivika.
Oh, yeah, I finished in class, the one which
Oh,
is.
you did that correct. Okay. Cool. Aryan.
I sent you a message. I was only able to do the like I couldn't follow on the slideshow. I tried doing it out of class, but there was like a point where it said it like sends an email to verify like something from the SES, right? So I wasn't able to figure out like how to make it send the email. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. Who else do we have? Advait, did you complete?
Like I did the same thing, but then I still had the network error with Lambda.
Okay. So four network errors. Who else
Yeah.
we have on this call?
Um,
Not on video.
I did it too, but I also had the network error.
Okay. Gayatri, come on video. Who else? So we what? One, seven, eight. Only eight people here today.
Yeah, I think we're missing Aditya, Sai Hari, and Arjun.
Okay. All right. So for the networkers who want to share your screen and see where we are doing, and I would definitely like Madhav, Shivika, you guys to help them out to figure out what is going on. Okay. Nihal or Anya, who want to share the screen? Whoever got the network error, let's go through that.
I can share it. Wait 1 second. Let me.
We might want to allow him to share one
Yeah.
second. Okay, try.
Wait. Do you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the error that I'm getting.
Oh, hold on, it's coming up still.
Oh,
No, it's not coming up. You want to share it again? Okay, got it, got it.
okay.
So could
So
not reach lambda.
yeah,
Okay. Can you open Chrome's browser? Right click on this.
you said right click and then what?
Yeah, right click. Right click on the browser.
What?
Right click on anywhere in the browser. No? Okay, go. I can see your Chrome. Okay. All right. So do one thing. Go to the dot 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 on the right, on the top. Yeah. Click on that. We're gonna open the network log for. What do you see? Can you bring that here? Do you have multiple screens or only one screen? I can't hear you. All right. So someone else who else got the network error? Can you guys share a screen?
I can share it.
Yeah, please do that, Gayatri.
This is what I'm getting. The failed to. Can you see my screen?
Fail to send email. Okay.
Yeah. And I did everything that we did last class, so I'm not really sure how that came up.
Okay. Can you right click on this and open the developer tools?
Yeah.
Inspect. Click on inspect. No,
Inspect.
inspect all the way down. No, there is an right click and you had it there. Yeah, inspect.
Okay.
Okay. So go to network on the top. Okay. Can you refresh the whole thing? Okay, actually just click on send my message again. Send message again on your actual screen here on the left hand side. Yeah.
Yeah, it says failed to send.
Okay. So can you click on that error on the top right? You see the red thing? Click on that.
This.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So this is what is happening when this is where you can actually see what happens to your Chrome, how it is talking to the server, right? So it is right now trying to talk to your URL from Lambda, right? Now
Mm-hmm.
if you look at it, it's basically saying 500 server error. Go to the top, okay, and click on, okay, do one thing, go to the payload on the top. You see after headers, payload. So this is what it is sending, right? So whatever is there in your page, it is sending your email ID, things like that, right? So now look at the response. Failed to send email. So this is what it is coming. Click on the preview part. Let's see if there is any additional information. There is no additional information. Okay, go back to headers.
Is it because there's a slash here on the URL?
Um, did I say last time should we have the slash?
Because for one of the things you said that you need to get rid of the slash for our website thing when we were doing the Lambda, when we were making the website for the URL for the Lambda thing.
Okay, let's see. Let me see what I have. Okay, do one thing. Go to your AWS console.
Like into S3?
Um, go to Lambda.
Okay.
Okay, go inside that. Go to, so here, what do you have here? Go down. Gayatri.nair35, Gayatri.nair35. And this, you are able to get a sample email, correct? Did you enable your email in SES?
Okay, so I did the thing where you went to configuration. Wait, I don't know if it's this one, but I got a confirmation email, but I had to do it a different way, like from what you
Okay, can you show me what
uh
type SES?
yeah.
Okay, click on the left hand side. Actually, yeah, click on get started. Did you go through this get started process?
Yeah, I put my email in and then I got an email and then I verified it.
Okay, so okay, cool. So that is working. So then go back to your Lambda. So that email is working then.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Go inside this. Let's look at the configuration. What is your function URL? Go inside the function URL. Okay, that is fine. Keep going down. Allow origin. This is your S3 bucket, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you just copy paste and click on that? I just want to make sure that is accurate. Okay, just type in this here, same thing. Yeah, this can be anything.
Yeah.
Okay. Now go back to the, okay. Go to permission. So one second. So here you have your website name. Okay, so that is good. Expose headers, nothing. Allow headers is content type and allow methods is post. Okay, so this is good. Auth type is none, invoke is fine. Okay. Go to permissions. Click on the role on the top. This is the role which allows your Lambda to do whatever it is supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
Okay, so this one you have SES full access
Hmm.
and you have the basic execution role. Okay, so this is good. So your Lambda is now, a Lambda should be able to connect to SES with this permission. Your configuration in Lambda is looking good as well.
Hmm.
So, um, now let's go and check your code in Lambda. Can you go to your code in Lambda?
Yeah.
uh, on the left hand side. No. Click on that dot. Yeah, functions.
Functions.
Yeah.
Wait,
What happened?
I don't know. Oh, wait, because yeah, it's right here. Sorry. Um,
Tell me one thing. Where did you create this function?
no, because we went outside of the window, so it probably just didn't refresh. It's here now.
I think because you see that on the top, you created that function in the region Ohio.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah,
So this should be North Virginia. Probably that could be the issue.
okay. Yeah, let me.
So just make sure that you are in North Virginia when you're creating that function.
Okay, so should I just make a new function?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so do that separately. I'm gonna let somebody else had who
Yeah.
had the network error.
I
Are you
did.
back? Okay,
I
can you
did.
share your screen?
Yeah. So yeah, you said right click, right? Can you see my right click? Because I've right clicked right now.
No, I don't see anything.
I don't know why that is. All right, I'll do three dots.
Even that is not coming up.
Okay, I have no idea why it's being weird like that.
Okay,
And
can
what did
you,
you?
okay, when you right click, you should be able to see, or when you click on the three dots, you should be able to see more tools,
More tools. Okay.
network
Oh
tools.
yeah, yeah. And
Click,
then
click on
I have
network.
developer tools. Not there's no network tools.
Is this Chrome or something else?
This is Chrome.
You don't see network tools?
No, there's task manager,
Uh,
developer tools,
yeah,
performance.
yeah. Click on developer tools.
Okay. And
Yeah.
okay.
Okay,
Do you
now
see the code?
click on the network. Yes, click on network.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Try. Can you click on send message again on the left hand side?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Now click on that fetch, the red thing.
This one? Or
Yeah.
this fetch right here?
No. The red below. Yeah.
Okay.
So let's see what is happening here. Um, go down. Is there anything which is calling out some problems? Is what we got to see. Click on payload on the top. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so this is what it is sending. Look at the response. If there is anything else we can see there. Failed to load data. No data found in the response with the given identifier. Okay, so this uh, is this. Can you just expand on this KITT? Yeah, so I just want to see the full thing on that.
What do you mean?
Yeah, just, can you drag this to the right? That
Oh,
border? No, the one after the URL.
okay.
Mm,
Here?
yeah,
There.
yeah. Okay. So is this your lambda?
Uh, what do you mean is this my lambda? Oh,
Uh,
in the function URL part in the code?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. This is it.
This is it, right? Okay. Okay. Can you go to your lambda?
Yeah. And functions?
Yes. Yeah.
That's it.
Go to configuration. Okay. Go down.
Okay.
Function URL. Let's see if you have set up everything there. Your auth type is none. Content type is, one second. Why is there an HTTPS on this?
I have no idea.
Click-
There's HTTPS on my thing here as well. So I don't know.
Just click on. Okay, I think that probably should be okay. And this, just select that URL and just make sure that that is a correct one. No, the bottom one. No. Go back, go back.
The bottom one.
The one you have allow origin, right? So this is your S3 URL, right?
Okay. Yeah. This is what it says.
There's something wrong. So this is not. Where is your S3 URL? Actual S3 URL.
That's here.
How that is different? Copy this.
Copy and paste it over here.
Yeah. Okay. So go back to your function URL. Edit it.
Okay. Also, one thing I noticed was it was Node, by the way, my return time.
No, you should change that to Python, right?
How do I change that? Because I couldn't find the option to.
Yeah, I think when say you probably have to delete it and create a new one.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure whether you can change the runtime.
Okay. I'll
So
do that. Do you
here,
see
when you give that allow URL origin, make sure you copy paste that, put that thing there. Like,
it there?
yeah.
And take the slash off, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So this is what you should put it here. Okay. Just make
Okay.
sure.
Uh,
So, but go back and you might have to delete this and create the Python.
okay. I'll do that, and then you can move on. I'll do that, and then I'll tell you again if there's anything else.
Okay.
Yep.
Who else had issues? Yeah. Anya, can you share your screen? Okay. And can I see your website? Could not reach. And what was the error you're getting? Just remove the whole thing. Do one thing. Click on. No, no. Oh, sorry. Put that back. Put that back. What I mean is go to network. Okay. Now just try sending the lambda again. Okay. Click on that fetch. Bad gateway. HTTP. Your S3 website, US East one, Amazon. Yes. Okay, click on payload response. Internal server error. Interesting. Cannot reach lambda. Okay, can you just expand this thing to the right? Keep going, keep going. Just keep going. I just want to see the full. Is this your, go to your lambda, just make sure this is what it is. Okay. All right, so here, and copy paste this. Just copy, let's make sure that this is the right URL you have. Okay, so that's fine. Close this. Go back to the other one. Your content type, post, false, authored, none, and buffered. Okay. Go back to your, go to the top. Go, no, sorry. Go, same lambda. Go to the top of this. Go to code. Okay, so you also have the same problem, looks like. Your runtime is not lambda. Go to the top. Go to the top again. There's something else on the top. To uh, go to general configuration. No, hold on. Let me just see. Your lambda is your runtime is not correct. Did you select lambda or did you also select Node.js?
I put lambda.
Um, go to this functions. Sorry, go to this functions. Yeah, go to functions. Yeah, see this? So you also
Oh,
created by default. So by default, this is what comes. You got to change that to lambda
okay.
because our code is sorry. You got to change it to Python. Our code is Python, right? Our code is not Node.js, right? So it's a operating programming environment which is getting created. So it is creating your runtime, your running environment as Node, and you're trying to run Python in that, right? So like Nihal, you need to fix that as well. What else?
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to make my function. Yeah, I put the same thing. I was like redoing making the function, but I put the code in and I like deployed it and I can't find the function URL. Like it's not making one for me.
Can you share your screen?
Yeah. Can you wait?
Yes. You might want to make it a bigger one.
Yeah.
Okay. So just let's make sure that you are also in Python. Okay, so this is good. You created this in Python.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so
Go to configuration. Yeah, you have to create this function URL. So here you select as none, additional settings, uh,
yeah,
then enable this. So put your S3 URL here.
wait.
You can take it from your page. Where is it? Where is your page?
Yeah, I'm sorry. The thing is like blocking.
Okay, so remove this slash at the end, okay?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so content type and select post in this. Yep. Okay, save. Um, what did you say? What was the error? Keep going. You cannot invoke a durable lambda using an unqualified ERN. Go to the top. What did you do?
Yeah, it keeps like showing that thing. So
Can you go back to your lambda?
yeah. Virgin.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. It's gone again.
Where are you creating this?
It's in
Not,
Virginia.
it
Yeah.
should not go anywhere. It should be there unless you're creating in a different region.
No, it's there because yeah, it's in here, but I don't.
Close that thing. The other one. Yeah. So do one thing. Just log out and come back to this again.
This like log out of my.
Log out. Yeah. Log out and open your this thing again.
Okay, I'll do that and then share my screen again.
Yeah. Who else want to share the screen and show if anything else we want to talk about?
Wait, could you like go over like how exactly to create a function again?
Yeah, Gayatri, you want to share actually? Let's.
Yeah, I'm signing in right now.
Okay. Did you miss your class last week, Advait?
No, I didn't. It's just that I kind of forgot what settings I need to put on.
Okay. It should be in the recording. Did you go through the recording?
Oh, yeah, I did. Okay, I'll just go over it again.
We can spend few more minutes. I quickly want to get to the other section for today. Gayatri, when you log in, share your screen.
Yeah, I shared it.
Okay. Just
Um,
go to Lambda. So let's make sure first you are in North Virginia,
yeah,
right? As
yeah.
a primary region. Okay. Go to Lambda. Type Why did you select durable? No. I think the type you selected is durable. That it should be a standard type.
Okay, should I create a new?
Yes. Delete this. Click. No, just select on that action. Yeah. Actions. Delete. Confirm. Okay. Now refresh. Click on this refresh. Okay. It might take some time. So create a new one with a different name. Otherwise, you might want to keep an eye on this. Yeah. So here, make sure you select Python as your runtime. Okay. I think this is fine. Default execution, click on that. Yes. Default selection, yes. Additional configuration, lambda default. Click on function URL. Yes, none. Okay. Yeah, keep going down. Buffered. Click on course. You want to enable course. Okay, go down. I think it will not allow you to put those configuration details for course right now when it is creating, but we have to go back and change.
Okay.
Create function. Okay, let's make sure it is standard. Can you go back to functions? Okay, so that's standard, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so click on your new one.
Yeah, I'm just gonna delete the. Yeah, it's not deleting. I'll do that later.
Yeah, click on that. Yeah. Go to configuration. then function URL, and this you have to enable the course. So all these things settings we have to change, right? Okay, allow headers. Mhm. Okay, save. All right, so allowed your configuration. Now let's make sure that you're able to talk to SES, right? For that, what we need to do?
We have to put the code in.
No, before, no, how do you remember the IAM permission we have to set, right?
Oh yeah.
So go to permission. So this is how you give your Lambda the permission to talk to the email service.
hmm
So click on the role. So remember the automatic role which it will automatically create, right, during the creation. So that is what it is, this one. So in that automatic role, we're going to add a permission to allow this Lambda to talk to SES, right? So by default, when you created, this role automatically comes, right? Just type SES, you should get it. Okay. Yeah, okay, so this gives you a permission to talk to SES.
Okay.
And now put the code in for your Lambda.
Um,
Close this. Whatever.
I'm trying to put in the code for.
Yeah. Go to the top. Go to code. Yeah.
Oh shoot. Wait 1 second. Then deploy.
Yes. Okay, cool. Now take your go to function URL and get your function URL name. Conf yeah, copy that and use that in your S3 bucket. In your HTML page.
Yeah, I'm updating the code in my thing.
Okay.
Yeah, it works.
Cool. Check your email. You should see that.
Yeah, it's on my dad's phone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So this is how it is. So guys, whoever was not able to complete it, do this in the next 2 days. I'm not gonna wait till next Saturday for this. So if you guys want to talk to me because it is not working, do that in the next 2 3 days. Okay, evenings, after 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, I'm fine to spend some time with you if anyone wants any help. But do that, but don't wait for Saturday. If you send me anything, I probably might not be able to even get to it in the weekend. Okay, so make sure all of you are able to at least meet this minimum thing, because without knowing this you won't be able to get to the real project. Okay, which is what I'm going to talk next. So make sure you catch up on this next 2 days, figure out what you're able to do, and if you're still stuck, reach out to me. I can spend some time to figure out what is going on, and we can close it. But don't take it beyond Wednesday. Okay, because we have to now start focusing on the next project which you got to do. Cool with me on this so far? Okay, let me share my screen. Okay, you see me okay? Cool. So what we're gonna do is, we literally have only 30 minutes because I got to leave at 3. Let's see how far we can get to, right? And we'll take up the rest of the things in the next one based on that. So what we have done so far, right? So you kind of came up with a URL. You are able to add some additional brain to that using Lambda, and Lambda was able to do some work for you. And end to end, you are able to see some action happening, right? Some on the left side, you are able to click something, on the right side, you're getting an email, right? So that is minimum, a basic setup, right? Which we were able to get to. Now, what we want to now do is look at some sophisticated things, and I'll take you through four real world kind of scenarios, and these are the four projects you will be working on. Towards the end of the session, we will divide the teams to pick up these four projects. But I'll take you through those four projects, what those four things are, and what kind of additional services which you need to do. Whatever we just learned so far is just the basic of some of the services, right? S3 we learned, IAM we did, Lambda we did, right? So those are basic. Obviously, you will use that in your project, but there are a few additional AWS, the AI, machine learning related services which are available as well. We're going to talk through that today, and that would be the services which you would actually use in the core of your project. Okay, so keep an eye on what we are learning today. We're also going to talk about a database called DynamoDB. It's a fundamental database within AWS, helps you store the data so that you can have a long-term memory of what is happening in your service. That would be one of the services you would end up probably using in your project as well, right? And towards the end, we'll figure out who is going to work on what, and what kind of team we're going to do. So that is what quickly we're going to take care of it today. I'm going to go fast. We're going to not do any lab exercise today. I'm going to just talk about some basics, and these are the basics you will end up using in your project. Okay, cool. So the first one is, this is the digital scribe, right? So the goal of this is that, think of this, you as a student or a professional is sitting in a meeting or sitting in a class. Most of your time, probably 40% of your time, is spent in writing what your professor is talking about, right? What if you have an option where you're able to record it, and a process use that recording and sends you some details about what the lecture was about, right? Rather than you writing down everything what he or she is talking, it records it and send you an email at the end of the class saying that, okay, this is what the teacher discussed about it today, right? So you can then go back and take a look at it later. So this is a very simple thing. Um, but we will use some fundamental machine learning projects, machine learning services available within AWS to do that. Okay, so how it is going to work is, take some recording, right? So either you record something, or some recording which is available with you from your lectures, or take something from the internet, whatever the recording is, right? take that recording and you would end up putting that in an S3 file. From that S3 file, one of our services which we're going to talk about today is going to pick up that file, do the work for you to convert that file from MP3 format to a text format, right? And then it would send that email to you, whatever you configure it, to saying that, okay, this is the details of all the sessions we spoke about. It's a very simple project, but you'll end up using multiple services to make this work, right? And the basic of this requirement is you're able to drop a file and you're able to get an email, right? That is the very basic of what this project requires. But I wouldn't stop there, right? You guys want to make some additional sophistication on this, doing something else, right? Think of all imagination, all the imaginative things you can come up with in this project. Try to do that as well, right? So go above and beyond is what I would recommend. But minimum thing is that you are able to drop a MP3 file, your recording, and you should be able to get an email with a transcribe of what happened to that. Okay, so this is project one. Project two is Smart Sentinel. This is about, think of this, obviously, all these projects to today's world, we have apps available for all this, okay? Uh, but the point of doing this project is how these people are building these apps and these kind of solutions, right? I just don't want you guys to go and use the app, right? What if you are the person who was building it, right? So that is why, we're doing this project. So think of this as, you have your webcam, sorry, not your webcam, your security camera, which is continuously recording what is going on in your home, right? But sometimes what happens is it is gonna keep sending you alerts when even a family member or your dog is moving around, right? I just don't want that, right? I just want only the strangers to be reported, right? If you or me in that house, who is the member of this house, is in the camera, I don't want that to be reported. But let's say my neighbor or a stranger coming to my house, that time I want to receive an SMS or an email stating that, okay, there is a unknown person at your doorstep. So similar to what happens in your current world of uh, your security cameras, right? A smaller version of that. So we will again we will use a machine learning service available within AWS to take care of this requirement. So this is number two. Number three is an order bot, right? So think of that you are there is a local pizza shop. There is just one person making the pizza, taking the order, everything, right? Nobody else to help him or her. You need to come up with a bot which will basically take the orders in and send an email or send an alert to the person, the owner, saying that, okay, this order came in, this need to be taken care, right? Rather than the person picking up the phone and talking to the customer every time. So a small chat bot where customer is able to type in what he or she wants, and in the backend it should then send the details, write that into a database and send the details to the shop, saying this customer is requesting this and the order is that. Okay, a smaller version of your normal shop. So that's number three. Number four is a translator. So this is also a very simple one. Think of this as, and we already have Google Translate everything for this, but how that works in the backend is what you got to do. So a smaller version of that where you are able to talk in a certain language, which is English, and it should be able to talk you back the same thing in Hindi and Spanish, or Hindi or Spanish, is what this is about, right? So you say hello, it should be able to say hola in Spanish and the Hindi version of that, whatever you pick and choose. So the point is, you go to a place and let's say you're visiting India, right? You only know English, the person know only Hindi, right? So what if this app is able to take care of it, right? Whatever you speak, it converts to the corresponding language and talks it loud. Okay, so a smaller version of what you have seen in all these four things are, it is universally solved by everyone in every major companies, but you guys are kind of trying to do a smaller version of that and see how it works. Any question on these four? These are the four projects which you all are gonna do. Now, towards the end of this session, after 3 o'clock, after I leave, someone will help you guys to figure out who is gonna be in each of the teams, and you can pick and choose whatever the project you want to do. Okay, from these four, you don't have to confirm what project it is today, but once the team is formed today, you know do brainstorm yourself and come back to us before next class, or I would definitely want to see something by Friday saying that okay, this is the project you guys plan to do, and then we'll take it forward from there. Okay, questions on these four? Cool. We'll get to some details of this, right? So far what we did, right, we had an S3, we had a cloud front, right? We made it intelligent by putting a lambda behind, right, which is able to then send an email to you, right? Now what we're going to do is we're going to give a little more power to the brain, right? Because lambda alone cannot do what the four requirements or the four projects which we plan to do, right? Converting, for example, English to Spanish, or converting audio to text, or converting text to audio, or a chatbot and things like that, lambda alone cannot do, right? Lambda is a small brain. It can execute what you write code, right? But you don't want to write a code to convert uh, audio to text or vice versa, right? Or a chatbot. So for those things, um, AWS have already done the load for you, right? So they have taken care of creating services in AWS, which will help you do that. And all we're gonna do is use those services in our process. So we will make probably Lambda make call that service, or S3 call that service, whatever, depending upon that, right? Depending upon that integration, you might end up calling those services from either Lambda or S3 and do that function. And then, once that process is done, whatever you want to do next, right? Which is like sending an email, sending a text, right? So it's a post action to that. You will end up doing that. So that's what we're gonna get to. What those AI or we can say it as, rather than AI services, I think in today's world we can call it as AI services, but more they are initially machine learning driven services which AWS developed using all the data which was available. They made those models and do some special actions. So those are special action services, right? They do only very specific thing, right? Like giving something, this is output always, right? So that kind of a thing, we'll talk through that. So those are the services we're going to talk about. And we're also going to talk about our database. We're going to talk about one of the um, most used database in AWS, which is a DynamoDB, right? It's a AWS only service. You cannot get DynamoDB outside AWS. You can get other databases outside, right? But you cannot get DynamoDB outside. It's a fast performing database and the most used database. And the backend of your Amazon.com is actually the DynamoDB. So those guys came up with that DynamoDB concept, and they ended up using that in Amazon.com, which ended up being given to all of us as well to use. Okay, so we're going to add intelligence and some memory to our process, right? That is what takes you, that's what going to help you do this project. So, so the five services which we're going to talk about, which will help you do this, is the big five we say in terms of ML: recognition, transcribe, poly, translate, and lex. Right? The name itself will tell you what that is. Right? Recognition is nothing but computer vision. Right? You can give some input like a photo, and it will tell you what that is. Right? You send a picture of a dog, it will tell you what the dog is. So that service is kind of modeled, and machine learning has been done on that service to figure out what an object is, right? It doesn't do anything else. It cannot tell you or speak to you, right? It can tell you that given this input of a image, it can give you an output in a JSON format or some whatever the format you ask for, saying that okay, this is a dog. So that is the recognition service available in AWS. Transcribe, like the name says, speech to text, right? You give an audio file, it will convert that audio into a text. Now you can simply know now your first project can be taken care by this service, right? Now poly, it's the opposite of that. It's like text to speech. So you give a text, it will talk to you in whatever the format you want to. Translate, the last project can be taken care by this, right? It converts into specific languages. Then the fifth one is Alex, right? Like this is kind of considered as Alexa's cousin, and Alexa's backend is using this Lex. So it helps you build a chatbot within AWS, which similar to what Alexa is doing. Okay, so these are the five services you will end up using in your project, and we'll take you through each of those. Now, transcribe, how it works is, it works on a technology called automatic speech recognition, where you can listen to the audio files, convert that into a written text format. So what you do is you simply upload your recording either in an MP3 file or a WAV file into probably an S3 bucket. Yeah, I think you should use an S3 bucket to upload that. And your transcribe can listen to that S3 bucket, right? That's the only place it can listen to, right? I mean, it can listen to multiple places, but you're configuring your transcribe to listen to that S3 bucket, and then it will be able to convert that, listen to that file. Whenever that file comes there, it will wake up, read that file, convert that into a JSON format, which contains every single word that is available in that audio file. Okay. A few special features about that is it can identify speakers. Like it's not like you give an input and it just gives the output of that in a text format. It is able to recognize that, Gayatri spoke about this, or I spoke about this, or Madhav spoke about. So it can identify, distinguish between different speakers. It can figure out the timestamp of this, right? For example, if you want to use that text for your closed caption in your video, right? It will be able to figure out the real timestamp of each of those audio messages, or whatever you talk. It can tell you from start time, this sentence was told at this point of time, right? Um, it can also do comma, quotation, everything, right? Whatever comes in your normal natural language, written language, it is able to figure that out as well. So it is not like a big giant run-on sentence, right? It can put periods, comma, double quotes, single quotes, whatever it is required for that. So all, as if like, you are typing and you're typing your text, it will be able to give that. Okay, so this is gonna be the service which you will end up using for your classroom recording project we spoke about, right? So listening to an audio file in a meeting or a classroom and getting that in an email. Okay, so how much sophisticated this is, right? You don't have to do a lot of plumbing here, right? Very basic things. Get an S3 thing, connect that S3 to this, then have this one probably have a lambda which is able to send things like that. But I'm going to ask you guys to figure out the architecture. Okay, I'm not going to talk about the architecture here. Once the teams are defined, you guys have to go back, learn about this, and all the services and the details are available in the console itself. You type transcribe, you will go to the transcribe, you will be able to see some demo projects, some additional documentation related to that. Read through that, understand what the service, what all configurations I can do, what all my inputs are, what all services to which I can connect to, so that I can get a full end to end, right? So remember, you need to actually go back to our project of resume, right? What all different services we connected, right? So think of that plumbing, right? Only action you did is finally you clicked on that submit button in your resume, you are able to get an email. Similar to that, you need to come up with a project thing, right? What all services I'm going to do, what is going to be my action, and what is going to be my reaction to that at the right end of it, right? So I'll tell you what all deliverables are required for the project, probably and I think I'll talk about that next week. But you guys have to come up with the architecture for this, okay? And help you out. But think of that perspective. What did I do in my last two sessions? And similar to that, how can I accomplish this, right? How can I connect the services together and things like that? Next one is poly. So poly is like just the opposite of that, right? So you basically give it a text to that. So it works on the text to speech pattern, where you give it a text. Poly is able to then convert that into a high quality audio, like any MP3 file, whatever the format you may want to, it will be able to convert. Um, it has a wide selection of different voices, right? So all are computer driven, but you can, it's not just always talks in one single voice, right? You can have different person, if let's say your text was multiple people talking, right? It should be able to recognize and have different voices for each of those people, different speech styles, and it also supports something called as a speech synthesis markup language, which is a special thing where you can actually help the AI or make the service whisper, right, or breathe as if it is a human thing, right? So you can make those kind of things happen as well when you do that. So this one is, the universal translator we spoke about, right? So you say something in English, you want to get something spoken back in Hindi or Spanish, right? This would be the service you would end up using it. Next one is recognition. This is the one you will use for your doorbell camera project, right? Your smart sentinel project. So this is kind of a computer vision, right? So the service is the one which will make your application see. Um, so what you will end up doing is you will either upload a image or a video into this API. Obviously, you will put that in S3 bucket so that this service can listen to that S3 bucket and read from it, and it will be able to identify the object, people, text, whatever the thing is. It can even tell you whether this content is safe and appropriate. It can do comparisons, right? You upload two images, it can tell you whether it's the same person or not. There is also the main thing is it doesn't just tell you that this is a person. It doesn't make a guess and tell you, right? It gives you a confidence level. It tells you that I'm 99% sure that this person is XYZ, right? Or it is 50%, I'm 50-50 only on this. So it gives you that confidence level. And in your code, you can figure out, what kind of confidence score you can make a decision on. If the service gives you a confidence score of 99, then, you would code that out. If it is giving 99%, I'm 100% certain this is a person, right? If it is less than 99, then don't consider. So you can actually code based upon the confidence scores. It can detect the dog, car, door, whatever the object as well. It would be able to do, right? Now this one, like I said, remember our Smart Sentinel project, you would be able to figure out whether when you upload a picture, whether this person is already a member of your family. So that means you need to compare with another photo or a set of photos and see if this new photo is same as, or is one of those photos, so same as the person in one of those photos. If it is not, you're going to send out an email, right, or an alert. There is another one called Amazon Lex. This is the one which is behind Alexa, right, backend for this. This is it's kind of, think of this as a conversationalist, right? So you build a chatbot using this and talk to that using natural language, right? It has that capability to understand natural languages and figure out what you're looking for, right? You would basically say, I want to order a pizza, right? So then it knows that, okay, the user is trying to order a pizza. Or you might say, I'm hungry. So that means, yeah, this person is about to order some food, right? And you would end up saying, what size, what topping, those kind of things. And it would take that information and probably send out an email or send out an alert to the pizza owner, the pizza shop owner, saying that this order has been placed. So play around with this, right? So this is a cool thing, which is the backend for Alexa today. So you will end up using this as well. Next one is translate. This one we spoke about earlier. You speak in Hindi or speak in English, you want to convert that to a different language, right? What would you end up using? This is what you're gonna use that. So this uses the neural network. So it understands the context, meaning of every sentence, and converts that to the language which you prefer. They normally run in batch or real time. For example, if you have a bigger set of data you want to convert or translate, you might end up doing that in batch. Batch is nothing but because there is a big load you want to do, it will do that in the backend and come back to you later. But there is an option for you to do that in real time as well. And the main thing is automatically detects, right, what you're talking. You don't have to tell that you're telling English, but you have to tell what you want it to be converted to. Lot of language support is there, but in your project you can end up converting that to either Spanish or Hindi. Okay, so those are the five machine learning related services you might end up using for this project, and you will actually end up using for this. Now, all these services doesn't have any memory to that, right? It doesn't store the data. So if any of these projects where you want to actually log the information, for example, if the pizza owner want to see all the orders in last 1 hour, right, or last 1 week, you cannot have your chatbot figure that out, right? It might only have that latest information. You might want to store all the order details in a database, right? That is where your permanent persistent data sits. 99% of the applications in the world most likely will have a database behind it, right? Nobody would end up creating a app without storing a data. All right. So all those databases, most of the databases might be DynamoDB, because AWS most powered database is DynamoDB. There are also a lot of other databases, like something called as a RDS, relational database. It's a different kind of thing. The way they store the data is different. But the most used one is this. RDS is also mostly used as well. But you guys can focus on using this one because it is comparatively easy to do, because it is serverless, right? You don't have to maintain the server. It is using the NoSQL database technology. Like, you don't have to write a SQL language for it. Okay. And it is very dynamic and flexible. Few key things about this database is, you know the concept of database itself is starting from a concept called table, right? Table is where you actually store the data, right? So like, your table name could be pizza order, right? This is where you will storing all the pizza details, or all your pizza order details. um, all these orders are called items in a database, right? Every single order is an item, right? Item 1 is order 1 for Vimal. Item 2 is order 2 for Madhav. Likewise, Aryan's third one, right? So all these single individual orders are items, right? Very important terms when you're dealing with DynamoDB. Every single order is going to have a key as well, because you want to identify it by a key, a unique key, right? We call it as a primary key, right? Primary key is nothing but every single item will be assigned a number which is unique. So that means no two orders will have the same number. If I use my name as the primary key, do you think that is going to be unique? It will not, right? Because I might order multiple times, or there could be another Vimal in the world as well who order on the same pizza shop, right? So I cannot use my name as the primary key. So for that, you will end up using probably an ID, a different number which is auto generated, increasing every time you insert that data into a database. And every item also has attributes, right? You might want to tell for this order what is customer's name, what is customer ordering, what is the price of that, and things like that. Those are attributes of an item. Okay, so four very important things you just need to go, because that is how, when you go to your console and go to DynamoDB, these are the terms you will see there. So you need to know what that term is. Okay. Why DynamoDB, right? So we touched upon this. It is very flexible. You don't need to kind of create a column like in Excel or in your spreadsheet. Every row is having a column, right? Every column you might say, order number, or whatnot, right? This doesn't work like that, right? You don't have to create multiple columns. Everything sits in one single column in a format you see here. It will look like this. An item will be a visit ID, a timestamp, status, right? Or for order, it will look like an order ID 123, size as large, topping. So you can create as many number of attributes without creating columns, right? That is the flexibility of DynamoDB. You can create as many attributes within that one single column. It's only one single column there. You can have multiple, but think of this as one single column, but everything sits in that single column, right? And you can create as many attributes as required. And super speed, right? This is the backend which powers, I told you, the amazon.com, right? And think of this as on a prime day, all these people in the US is making an order, right? This database is the one which is scaled, responds quickly, and takes care of all the orders during a prime day, right? So think of how fast this would be. Seamless integration, it can connect to any other service quickly just by few lines of code, right? There is an API URL available for each of these. There is SDK options. With few lines of code in Lambda, you would be able to connect Lambda to DynamoDB. Okay. So you might end up using this for all your three projects, right? Not for probably the first one, but second one, security camera. You might want to log your visitor log. Pizza bot, you want to order, log all the orders you received. Translator, if you want to see a history of your translations, right? So this would be, you might end up using this as an extension of your project, right? You want to go above and beyond what your primary or standard requirement is, so that you can show on March 22nd saying that, hey, I just did not just do what was asked for. I came up with a database which is having all these attributes, and this is now going to help me do something else, right? So think of all those innovative things you could do by logging something into the database. Okay, special marks will come for doing anything beyond what was asked for. And all of these things will work and are able to talk together, obviously because of IAM, right? We have been speaking about IAM in every single session, right? How important that is, because that is the one which will help one service to talk to another. If your S3 have to, if your one of your AI and machine learning service have to pick up a file, audio file from S3, it is allowed only through IAM role, right? Likewise, if Lambda have to make a call to either of these, it can do that only through using them. So make sure, when you think of integration, the permission slip which gives the role, which gives the right permission to connect, send email, all those things are very much required in your project. Okay, so we are at 3. I got to leave as well. So this is theory. I want to quickly take you all through this. These are the services you will use in your project. You will use Lambda. You will use S3, which we learned already. You will use SCS, the email service. You will use IAM, and you will also use all the 4, 5, 6 services which we learned today. So the homework, and someone here in this call is going to help you figure out the team for doing this project. Once the team is formed, discuss within the team in the next few days, and come back to us saying that which project you're going to do, right? You don't have to come up with architecture and things like that. That is something which we're going to do in the next class. But form the team. Once the team is formed, confirm which project you're going to do, and start thinking about how you're going to do this. Okay, next week you guys are going to talk to me on how you plan to implement this, right? What all services are going to get connected together, how you going to make this thing work end to end. Okay, we will talk through that and make sure that the project is kind of moving, right? But next week I'm not going to talk. Make sure that you understand that you guys are talking, each of these teams are talking about how you plan to do it, right? I would definitely don't want to see you guys coming up with a full architecture, but start thinking about it, right? Start discussing, right? Start writing down how you're going to do that, or start doing drawing some architecture diagrams, right? Which all services you're going to connect. I would like to start seeing your thought process about it. Okay, so that is what is the homework for next week. So that's one part of the homework. But whoever has not done the Lambda work from last week, next 2 days, right? That is why I'm saying 2 homework, right? So next 2 days, finish all the things which were supposed to be done by yesterday, right? So that means all the Lambda related work, mail related thing, that should be completed in next 2 days, 3 days, so that you can start concentrating on this project for the week after. I know you all are high schoolers, you guys are busy as well, but try to spend some time, 15 minutes, 30 minutes in a day with your team. Try to figure out how you're going to do this, and we'll talk through that in the next call on how you're going to do this, and then you will have then 2 weeks to actually do the work before the March 22nd. Make sense? Cool. I'm gonna send you those details later today once I'm back. I'm gonna stop sharing. Ranjit or who, Tina, you guys gonna pick up?
Yeah, Vimal, I was going to say that, by end of today or latest by tomorrow, I'd want to send the teams out. So if there are any preferences, I would want, people to just reach out to me, just let me know. Otherwise, we're going to randomly pick based on the grade, just so it's a fair mix. So we're looking at having around 4 teams. So if there is any preference, let me know in an hour's time. We'll try to send the team details out by end of today or latest by tomorrow, so you can start working with your teams to think of what project you want to do and give back the details. Thanks, Vimal.
Thank you, Vimal.
Thanks, I'm gonna drop off.
All right, team, if you have any questions, feel free to let me know or ping it in the chat. If you have any preference, again, let us know. Otherwise, we will form teams randomly based on your grades and participation, like I said. So it's a fair mix. Well, that is all from me. Ranjit, did you want to say something at all?
No, nothing, Tina. That's it. Like,
Okay.
Thank you, Tina.
All right, then we can close the call, I suppose. Rupa, thank you. Thanks all.
Thank you all.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank
Bye.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.